Hi everybody. I'm here to discuss a happy topic. Traveling to Houston. Yay! Okay, so I've been living in Houston for about almost 9.5, I'd say like roughly 10 years. In August it'll be 10 years. And nothing makes me more happy. Like, this really does joy my heart. When I am flying in from another city to come back here, I just look at the skyline. I'll be like, this is where I live. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? It is for me, I've always referred to Houston as my haven. You know, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. And when I come back here, it just brings me joy. And the reason why it brings me so much joy is because when I fly into here, sometimes you'll get a pilot that wants you to see the city on the way in. So he'll circle around, he'll take you through the Galleria, circle around and going back to the airport. Like, it's amazing. And I just love it. The skyline is beautiful. We have all our oil and gas buildings downtown. And it's just a happy feeling for me. So I do the same thing when I fly into Cleveland because, you know, that's just my hometown, and home is where the heart is, or whatever they say. But, you know, Houston, the sun is always shining. And luckily when I fly, I've had some gloomy, rainy, thundering type of flights. Scary. But for the most part, just flying back here just makes me happy because it is my place. It is my haven. I have been here. I feel safe in my haven, and I am happy to always come back to it. So this video is going to talk about traveling to Houston, some things that you need to know. Okay, so I'm not going to do a countdown because I'm going to lose count. So just follow along. When you decide that you want to travel to Houston, the first thing that you usually do is you go on Google and you say, Google, what's the main attractions? Okay, I will tell you this right now. My favorite and main attraction is still, to this very day, the Galleria. The Galleria, last time I checked my stats, was the 4th largest mall in the United States. They have everything. They have high-end to low-end. You can go to Forever 21, or you can go on to Gucci. You can go to Louis. A lot of the malls that have fashion, that release their fashion, like Louis Vuitton and Chanel and things like that, they do it here. This is one of the major malls that they do it at. You know, they do it in New York, and then they do it in LA, and they do it here. And so I love that. You know, every season when I first moved here, I used to live for going to the change of the seasons and going to Neiman Marcus and looking at the displays, and then going across from there and looking at Chanel and going on down past Tiffany's. I just love the Galleria. Like, nobody can ever say anything bad about the Galleria Mall. During Christmas, they have one of the largest trees in the United States. They do this whole lighting process. There's a big indoor ice skating rink, which is open you know, always, all year round it's open. You can always go to Kona Grill in the Galleria, and you can get sushi during happy hour, which usually runs from like 3 to 7, and then they do a reverse happy hour, I think from 9 until close. And the happy hour consists of like $3, $4 margaritas, $4 sushi. I mean, it gets so packed in Kona Grill in the Galleria that you just can't even get a seat. But I still love it. I still love Kona Grill. I know that there's a Kona Grill in Atlanta, so if you're familiar with that one there, then you'll kind of know what's going on in Houston. So what else is in the Galleria area? In the Galleria area, you got Oshkosh Bigosh, and you have Tiffany's, and you have Williams Tower. Now, Williams Tower is a very tall tower. I do believe that it's one of the tallest standing ones in the States. I know it's in the top 3 or 4. So they do a lot of oil and gas business in there. A lot of other type of businesses are there. But next to Williams Tower, in the Galleria area, behind the Galleria, there's the water wall. People love the water wall. It's basically like 120 or 130,000 gallons of water just sliding down this wall, and it's just so pretty because you can walk through there, and the power from the water is so much, like, you'll be wet a little bit. So I used to go there all the time and take pictures. It's good if you're on a date, and it's romantic for you two to go around and just, you know, walk through there. People, when I first moved here, I used to go all the time and no one was ever there. And I started to notice, like, if I would go back over time, you know, if I hadn't been in a couple years, people are there. Now, usually when I used to go, if you went like after 4 or 5 o'clock, the parking is free. You can just pull in, park in the garage. The parking is free. The gate will let you in, or you might have to pull a ticket, but on the way out, you do not have to pay. So you used to be able to pay. You didn't have to pay to park in that garage. I know on the weekends it's free as well. You can go early, but I went probably last year sometime, and it was so crowded. It's just crowded. All the little spots I used to go to, no one was there, are ridiculously crowded right now. So Houston is popping. Like, it is growing. Don't let anybody fool you and tell you that it is not growing, because it is amazing. So if you decide that you want to go ahead and check the Galleria area out, that is where the shopping is. If you want to do high end, medium, low end, it's there. Now, Harwin District, you can check out Harwin. You can get jewelry, all your accessories. They have 50 accessory shops, like all the cute little teeny bopper clothes that's in right now, like minis and little bodycon dresses and luggage and perfumes. That is the district to get it, Harwin. It's going to be located off of Hillcroft. You can go over there off of Hillcroft and Harwin, and you can get whatever you need. You can get food. It's the Indian district over there. You can get your eyebrows threaded. You can get henna. You can get everything from Harwin, okay? And that's Harwin. Okay. So if you want to go, if you have some business that you need to take care of, and you're going to be located in the business district downtown, you can stay down there. There's a DoubleTree down there that's really nice. The Hyatt is pretty good. There's a Marriott property down there. I believe Hilton holds a chain down there as well. You have Hilton of Americas, which is located on Lamar Street. It's a very big hotel. And I know a lot about this hotel because I used to work there. So there's a concierge lounge that's to die for. Like, you really have to get to the concierge lounge at the Hilton on Lamar and just take a look at it. You know, night, day, it's breathtaking. It's just a nice scenery. And don't forget, Houston is flat like a pancake. So whenever you go anywhere that's going to cause you to elevate, you're going to see the whole city anyways. Okay. So, the zoo. Now, the zoo, I don't really care for the zoo because I come from Cleveland, Ohio, and our zoo is very big. Like, you have to take a train, you can take the trolley. You know, we have different sections. The zoo is like a little city in Cleveland. And then I got here, and the zoo is not that popping. So if you just want to go to the zoo because you just feel like you really need to connect with animals, then go and see it. But I haven't been in a couple years. I'm going to give it another shot this year. Every couple years, I say, okay, I'm going to go back and give it another shot because I'm not impressed, but I'm optimistic and I'm willing to stay positive to see if this is the zoo for me. And so far, I'm still crying in the inside to go to Dallas because everyone tells me that Dallas has such a beautiful zoo that, I would want to go. So, if you want to go to the zoo, go ahead and pay and go. Make sure you buy I forgot what the name of the pass is, but it's like a group pass or a weekend pass in Houston. And it includes the Space Center, which is 40 or 45 miles from the inner city. So if you want to come here and you want to go to NASA, please keep in mind that when you arrive to your destination, if you're not driving, you're going to have to take a taxi or an Uber or some type of service that's set up through the hotel to get to where you're trying to go down to Galveston, because it is not close. The Space Center is not close. Galveston is not close. It's going to be at least 45 or 50 miles. And don't forget to factor in traffic. So go in the morning or the afternoon. Do not try to go 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock. It's not going to work. Okay. So the ocean is down there too. It's going to be about at least 40, 45 miles, maybe 50, depending on where you want to go. Now, if you want to go on the outskirts, like down towards the piers and Galveston and all of that, go to the boardwalk area. I mean, it's nice. You can go ahead and go down to Galveston and do that. But again, if you're going to do all that, the best bet is to rent a car, economically speaking, because if you take a taxi, it could cost you $60 to $65 to $70, depending on the service. I don't know about Uber. Let's see. If you're going to fly internationally, Bush is going to be the airport that you want to fly into, which is IAH. And you're going to want to take them for flights that don't have layovers. If you are going to have a layover and try to be a little bit more economic, I'm sorry, be a little bit more economic, then you're going to fly into Hobby, which is HOU. And Hobby is going to be roughly probably about 25 or 35 minutes, to the center of the city. So like, say you're going to the Galleria, it's going to be about a 20 or 25 minute taxi ride to the Galleria from the airport. Let's see. Hobby is in transformation right now to converting over to an international airport as well, which I am so happy about. Every time I go there, I'm like, yay, we're going to be able to fly out of here internationally from Hobby, because I just don't care for Bush. Everyone at Bush is so rude. Okay. So, usually the flights that come into Bush are United Airways. And like, you can check out like Aero Mexico out of there. You can fly with like Singapore and all the different international places. I think Emirates and just a few others will fly out of there, but not so much at Hobby. So that's why they're expanding it. If you want to be honest, I've worked in hospitality for years, like not 4 years, FOR for years. And to be honest, I think that the best chain of hotels in Houston to stay at is Starwood. And this is why I will tell you. And I've worked at all these properties that I won't name. I worked at a loft, and a loft is good. It's always up to beat. It's up and coming. I think First Fridays, they usually have like this event there where they have a live DJ and they have all these things going on in the lobby. They still have a pool table. The rooms are contemporary. They're living off of a green standard. Element is a good property. I'm down with Sheraton. I'm cool with staying at a Sheraton. The W is always jumping, for people who like to party. That's good. But I really do like Sheraton. I like the vibe for them. And I'm glad I had the opportunity to work for them, because you can live your business life during the day with them. They're very professional. And then in the evening, they'll turn the lobby into some old happy hour. It's like, hey, we made it through the week. It's Friday. Let's let our hair down, so I like it. I think that it's a good place to stay. If you're staying in the Galleria area, I recommend them or Hotel Indigo or the Holiday Inn that's in that area. They have so much to choose from. So, of course, I'm endorsing the Galleria because I just love it. Do not drink the tap water while you are here in Houston. Drink bottled water, please. And there's just so much shopping. Let's see. If you want to do like, if you want to go out to like an outlet, they have Cypress outlets. And then there's also outlets going towards Austin, like San Marcos, that you can do. If you want to go all the way down to like Padre Island, you can go down there. They're catching shrimp and fish and the water is nice. I just don't know what else to do. I know you can get a helicopter ride if you want to do that around the city, or you can do go-karts if you want to try different areas. We are constantly building in Houston. Every time I turn around, there's a new apartment complex, a new building, a new business, a new restaurant. There are restaurants on every corner. The resources here in this city are just very dynamic, and I can completely respect it. And that is why I live here. Okay. If you're relocating, you don't have to have all the education in the world. All you have to have is a personality and a willingness to learn, and you can make it here. Because I didn't come here with a lot of degrees or anything like that, and I'm doing well. So, just put your best foot forward and stay optimistic and understand that this is a melting pot, and be willing to learn, and you can make it. So those are my tips. If I left anything out, just let me know. If you have any questions, just let me know. And safe travels to Houston, man. Just safe travels. Peace.